Good morning, students. Today we are just continuing our fourth class in Nutraceuticals. Our today's discussion is about the cancer, how can get the advantage from nutraceuticals, usage of nutraceuticals. So how the nutraceuticals having various application in a cancer patients, and also as we have discussed from the previous class also, we told nutraceuticals can prevent, it can prevent various diseases. So as we know that prevention is better than cure for any type of problems. So now we are just going to discuss about nutraceuticals in cancer treatment. And we have shown a picture, you can see the picture which is shown here about some DNA structure, cellular structures which we have shown in this slide. Why? Because you know very well the development or a proliferatory development or a cell division happening in our body in a cell or a tissue is only due to the internal genetic change in the signaling and coding of DNA molecule. So you see, nutraceuticals are having influence towards these internal organal systems. So they are giving more advantages, more supportive measures for a cancer patient. So that's why we have taken this picture just to make you to remember about this. What's a cancer? What are the different types of cancer? And then how the nutraceuticals also having an influence to be helpful in cancer treatment. So because you know very well, in cancer means we know chemotherapy, radiotherapy, surgery. These are all the things which we know commonly. So in which these nutraceuticals are having a major role. So we can just go and discussion in that. So the leading cause of death of adult in cancer is more, especially we know, treatment of cancer involves treatment of cancer you can see it involves expensive and traumatic use of drug, surgery and irradiation. So nutraceuticals have the ability to control and regulate the DNA damaging factor in cancer cells and DNA transcriptions in tumors. So this point also you should know. Nutraceuticals have the ability to control and regulate the DNA damaging factors in cancer. Damaging factor in cancer cells. And DNA transcription in tumors. So they possess numerous therapeutic benefits like anti-obesity, immunity enhancement, natural antioxidant, cardiovascular, anti-diabetic and anti-inflammatory effects that we know. Some of them we have already discussed about nutraceuticals. The herbal based dietary supplements, or you can say they are nutraceuticals, known to antagonize therapy. The research says that phytochemical are proven to be the potential to interfere even with the latest age cancer and altering the metastatic spread of cancer is also controlled by nutraceuticals. So there has been vast growth in nutraceutical industry to yield large number of phytochemicals containing nutraceutical from natural plant source and diverse composition and health claim due to increased application of phytochemicals in cancer care. Numerous nutraceuticals have shown to regulate specific tumor suppressor genes, and cancer driving genes. So there are numerous nutraceuticals have shown the regulate the specific tumor suppressor gene, cancer driving genes. So by utilizing a daily diet of nutraceutical specific to the entire possible gene combinations found in your particular form of cancer, we can inhibit the overexpressed oncogenes which causes the cancer growth unique to that form of cancer. Promises of nutraceutical in cancer research. As I told from the beginning, we have shown some picture of DNA and internal cell organs in the first slide as a picture. So you see, what is this nutraceuticals are giving promises by the research they have identified is, first itself they are saying, pleiotropic activity. What do you mean by pleiotropic activity? Pleiotropy describes the genetic effect of a single gene on multiple phenotype traits. The underlying mechanism is genes that code for a product that is either used by various cells or has a cascade-like signaling function. That affects various targets. So, target cells are signaled. The signaling of target cells in the genetic code can be altered or can be supported to reduce the development of the cell, unwanted development of the cancer cell can be prevented by various nutraceuticals. So target classical signal pathway like NF-kappa, B, EGFR, AKT, etc. So when you go on studying about genetic engineering and the cancer development of cells, you will be knowing all this NF-kappa, B, EGFR, ATK and SPAT, SPAT. They are many type of coding are found in genetic engineering, which we are not going to detail about that. Even I have taken 2 pictures of genetic signaling and coding just for you to know about it, and also you can also refer about it. It makes or it the wisdom, and the wisdom is from God. Knowledge can be acquired by you. The wisdom can be received by means of your hard work to know about the things which are available. We are just giving an inspiration, giving a note, giving a point for you to research. So please, it's an interesting topic even for your future career. Maybe you go for higher studies, maybe you go for research. That time it will be helpful for you to know many new things. Sensitize tumor cells to chemoradiotherapy can also be supported by nutraceuticals. Generally well tolerated, parent structure usually usable for design of novel synthetic analog for improving efficacy. These all things are research in cancer for usage of nutraceuticals. Challenges of nutraceuticals in cancer research. There are many challenges, like we are not going to get any patent for nutraceuticals. So like bioavailability, metabolize effectively, high systemic concentration, difficult to achieve, immediate action, in fact if you want to say is not possible, challenging, and insufficient preclinical data to advance combinational multi-agent therapy in clinical setting, lower priority by pharmaceutical industry as they may not be patent. It may not be patent. So this is a picture which I want to show about, just to show you the signaling. That is, ovarian cancer stem is signaled. You can see how the CCL and how the KKY coding and how the enzymatic coding and migrating of analog gene and epithelial differentiation taking place. Just they made in advanced picture. It's not needed to, we cannot go into that, how this happens, why they put green color, why they put orange color. These all about studying about genetic engineering coding. In multiple myeloma cancer stem cells, you can see there will be a coding of this structure. So in which, what we want to say, in which the development of or that cell division can be stopped or can be controlled by means of nutraceuticals, by means of acting in these type of signal coding target cells. That's what the main meaning. What is the what is the control of nutraceuticals in cancer development? How it can control the cancer by means of acting on the signal coding cells of target cells in cancer development. So the role of NF-kappa signaling pathway in cancer stem cells, cancer stem cell for ovarian cancer could show CCL5 development, activation of NF-kappa and P65 mediating MMP9 expression, migration, angiogenesis and epithelial differentiation of CSC coding. So this is about the coding of cells in DNA, and we can see another one example also. I have taken TAT3. It is in breast cancer, especially in breast cancer. The TAT3 signaling pathway in cancer cells, breast cancer cells, under normal physiological conditions, TAT3 activation is strictly controlled by the endogenous inhibitors, and including protein inhibitors activate the STAT PIAS, the suppressor of cytokinin signal, that is SOCS, and several protein thyroid phosphatase can also act here from the nutraceuticals. So this is just to show you about what is its effect in cancer, what is the effect of our nutraceuticals, how the researchers have identified, how they are giving an authority to give nutraceuticals can give support. They are having antioxidants mainly, which can also support, which can also donate electrons for various radicals. And when we come to the next, functional food and bioactive compounds which are used in cancer, number one, the nutraceutical we can take as an first one. There are many, I have taken example. In that first one is chestnut. Chestnut extract possesses antioxidant activity and it protects against gastric cancer and mild protective effect against prostate cancer and breast cancer. Prostate cancer in male and breast cancer in female. The chestnuts are a group of 8 or 9 species of deciduous tree and the shrub. You can see it's a tree, understand, and shrubs also in genus Castanea in the beech and family Fagaceae. And now we are coming to the berries. You see berries, blueberries, it's somewhat, when you take and if it is without processing, when you are eating, it has some sour taste and sweet taste. They are little costly also. Blueberries, blackberries and strawberries are good source for antioxidants and phenolic compounds. They indicates the berries may be effective in the prevention of development of cancer cells. Strawberries as a repository of bioactive phenolic compounds have been investigated for the contribution of their antioxidant activity to the prevention of chronic diseases. Blueberries have been found to be chemo preventive to breast cancer in vitro and in vivo. Number 3 is soya. In the research of soya, you can see this is very common. We can have soya, and the risk of cancer, much attention and interest have been given to breast cancer. Studies focused on secondary prevention demonstrate that soya isoflavones reduce the risk of breast cancer, especially among post-menopausal women. post-menopausal women. Number 4, about garlic. Garlic, which belongs to Allium genus of vegetables, and its sulfur containing active compounds are protective against the onset and or progression of several cancers. Diallyl trisulfide prevented the development of prostate cancer in common with male after 45 years. The food styles have now given prostate cancer for many. It will be difficulty in urination, and it will grow in between the ureter area, and it will blocks and obstructs the difficulty, and so that is a prostate cancer development can be prevented by garlic. Usage of garlic, you see how much it is giving benefits to the human being, and for us prevention from this prostate cancer, not only prostate cancer, in various development, and the spread of cancer to the lungs in a transgenic mouse model of prostate cancer have been seen. Number 5, green tea. Green tea polyphenols have been shown to prevent the advancement of tumor cells in transgenic adenocarcinoma of the mouse prostate model. Green tea has been shown to protect the bladder against cell death. The antioxidant potency of green tea extracts was examined as green tea reduced the oxidative stress induced by hydrogen peroxide. Oxidative agent hydrogen peroxide is a normal of malignant human bladder cells. Grape seed also. Grape seed has been demonstrated. You see the grape seed. There are different types of, there is dark brown color grapes we are talking about. The seeds also, it will be like this purple color. So you can see grape seed has been demonstrated as being effective in prevention of UV light induced cancer. What is this UV light induced cancer? Cutaneous, that is cutaneous, the skin, cutaneous squamous cell carcinoma. And in a case, you can see, and in a case control study, grape seed extract has been associated with decreased risk of cutaneous squamous cell carcinoma, as research suggests that grape seed extract greatly reduced the risk of cutaneous squamous cell carcinoma when the extract was compared with the multivitamin, with a multivitamin. They have taken a comparison with a control with a multivitamin, and when they observed, it has more effect towards cutaneous squamous cell carcinoma. As polyphenols, grapeseed, proanthocyanidins have been acknowledged in the inhibition of lung cancer. You see, this is the picture. I have taken a picture of, you can see in his forehead a red color spot in the cutaneous squamous cell carcinoma. This is what that carcinoma, you can see this type of carcinoma, the skin carcinomas, in the cutaneous carcinomas can also be observed and can be treated by grape seed. And number 7 is ginseng. Ginseng over years have been used as medicinal plant, and ginseng we are going to study in detail also, some more detail. If you have time, you can refer ginseng. You have Indian ginseng. In Kerala also we have ginseng. In South Zone we are using this ginseng for medicinal purposes. And you can see it as ginseng belongs to a genus Panax and include of Chinese ginseng, American ginseng and Noto ginseng. It has received extensively attention in cancer research involving various cancer types as cancer of blood, liver, colon, breast and lungs. Ginseng extract has been suggested to preventive in development of colon cancer in vitro and in a mouse model. Noto ginseng root means this one. You see this, the down one is the normal ginseng, that is Chinese ginseng, Indian ginseng. You can see this is the Noto. Noto ginseng is the picture which I have shown in the just above. It was like little rounded and with some nodes are there. Noto ginseng extract demonstrate an inhibit effect on colorectal cancer, thereby being preventive in proliferation of cancer cells. American ginseng extract had a suppressive effect on ulcerative colitis and inflammation of the large that is intestine and a risk factor for colon cancer when administered to mice and in vitro. It is thus anti-inflammatory to colitis and chemo preventive to the cancer cells. And you can see that it is called as Arogya Pacha or Trichopus xylanicus, found epidemic in Agastya Hills of Kerala, is used by the local Kani tribe as a health food for getting instant stamina, evergreen health and vitality. The tonic effect of this plant is comparable to that of famous health food drug ginseng. So ginseng in Tamil it is called Gunasingi. Guna. A good health. Guna means it gives good health. Gunasingi. And this picture is not this, especially this, the ginseng which we have taken from Agatya Hill. This is about Noto ginseng, but this one will be slightly similar to this. And number 8, we are coming to this Rhodiola rosae or Rhodiola rosae. Only a few researchers have involved in Rhodiola rosae in cancer studies. So, information regarding its involvement in the prevention of cancer is really limited, but nonetheless, in an in vitro study, Rhodiola rosae extract prevented the growth and or the proliferation of cancer cells of the urinary bladder. Rhodiola rosaceae is a perennial flower which we can see the yellowish like ginea flower, but it is little not like that. You may be seeing in the perennial flower plant in the family Cruciferous. It grows naturally in wild, that is Arctic region of Europe, Asia and North America and can be propagated as ground cover. Tomato and red pepper is very common. Tomatoes, this red pepper, we used to say red color capsicum which we are purchasing in the market, red color, reddish. So tomato and red pepper. Tomato have contain lycopene, very interesting lycopene, which is even having useful in the anti-diabetic agent. Lycopene which is present in the tomato, which has been acknowledged as being potent and other antioxidants. Studies suggest lycopene 2 chemo preventive against cancer, including prostate cancer, gastric cancer, breast cancer and lung cancer. Tomato has been shown to be efficient against liver cancer, included by some environmental carcinogens in a rat model. Diethyl nitrosamine or nitrosamine, you can say, diethyl nitrosamine initiated and non-alcoholic hepatitis promoted early liver cancer was inhibited in rats by lycopene containing tomato extract. So some researches have been done and they have identified this lycopene having some effect towards the cancer development even in the liver. And 10 is the dietary fibers and cruciferous vegetables. Dietary fibers is known to prevent constipation by increasing bulk of stool, drawing water into the stool in the large intestine. It has been shown to have significant effect on risk of colorectal cancer. In a coherent study, dietary fiber dietary fibers was effectively in prevention of colorectal cancer among individuals who were genotypically at risk of chronic disease. In the colon, the dietary fiber has direct contact with the wall of the intestine, which in itself reduces the pressure exerted on the walls of the canal. And also, dietary fiber rich diet intake has been found to associated with a reduced risk of breast cancer in a cohort study with post-menopausal women. These include broccoli, cabbage, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts and green like kale, turnip, collard, mustard. In a study conducted in vitro, phenylethyl isothiocyanate 3 microgram from cruciferous vegetables was postulated to be a chemo preventative agent, as it had an inhibitory effect on human breast cancer cell lines. So see that it's very important for females to take this. The vegetables which we have mentioned or the nutraceuticals which we have mentioned. You can see this picture like broccoli, Brussels sprouts, turnip, kale, collard. These all are available here. We can use it as an even fresh leaves also, like a salad it can be used. Cooking also, cooked ones also can be taken. So this is what about the cancer and the nutraceuticals, a small discussion. Thank you for being with me. We'll see you in the next class with new